In that essay below you can see tourist information about the Asian continent, the types of tourism most made in the countries belonging to Asia and the difference of these activities with respect to other countries of the different continents. Also, we can see the importance of each of the types of tourism for the continent, being one of the most important economic income for many of the countries belonging to Asia, many to make it one of the fastest growing continents in the tourist area. This essay was carried out with the information that each of the members of the work researched and wrote in the English language. We can observe the participation of each in the types of tourism and its difference.
Asia, Earth's largest and most populated continent. Asia covers an area of 44,579,000 square kilometers, which is around 30% of the Earth's total land area. As you read along, you will also find out why it's safe to call Asia a landmark continent. Other than being one of the most densely populated continents in the world, Asia has to its credit the tag of being the birthplace of the most mainstream religions, including Christianity, Hinduism, Jainism, Buddhism, etc. It is also the site of many of the fierce civilizations. Further, Asia is home to two of the seven wonders of the world: the Great Wall of China, known to be the largest man-made structure on Earth, and the epitome of love, the pristine white Taj Mahal of India.
Types of tourism in Asia. Many people think that Central Asia is just a desert, steppes and ancient Muslims, but it is not so. Today we will tell you about the most popular type of tourism in Central Asia. First, cultural and educational tourism. About it, probably almost all travelers have heard. Who has ever thought about traveling to Central Asia? Mausoleums, minarets, fortresses, observatories, museums, bazaar, ancient square, narrow, and unique monuments and fountains. All this can be seen, touched, felt, photographed at any time of the year and day.
Mountain and extreme tourism. It is for those who do not like a comfortable trip on the bus, but like a track, horseback riding, or camel riding. Overnight stays in tents, skies, bicycles, parachutes, paragliders, motorcycles, snowboards, and of course, wildlife. You can always choose trekking tours in Pham, Pamir or Tian Shan mountains to see firsthand the grandeur of nature of star countries. Gastronomic and wine tourism. If you are a true gourmet, a connoisseur of good cuisine, a love of everything new and unusual, and craft for new taste experience, then is this the best option for you. You can enjoy the most famous dishes and wines of Eastern countries. Learn the preparation of any dish and participate in the process. Plov, naring, lakman, skinish, kebab, samsa, mastava, churpa, bersh, barmak are waiting for you. And of course, let's not forget about the fragrant and tart, red and white, dry and sweet wines that the countries in Central Asia have long been famous for.
Tourism. Do you want to participate in the preparation of sumalak to launch kids into the sky, to appreciate traditional dances and music, to learn what games of nomads are to enjoy color music in the ship's cemetery. Then you should plan a trip on special dates when international festivals, competitions, and traditional holidays are held in Central Asia. Ecological tourism. In Central Asia, there are many national parks and reserves where you can get acquainted with the flora and fauna under the guidance of famous biologists and ecologists. As a rule, ornithological tours are very popular, as in Central Asia, has a huge number of unique birds.
Exotic tourism. Do you like to learn a new culture, other people, custom and tradition, folklore? Do you dream of living in a house of local resident or in a royal yacht? Do you want to learn some craft? Then this tourism is for you. Try new things, learn new things, and tell everyone about your impressions. Religious tourism. Did you know that in Central Asia there are ruins of ancient Buddhist temples and ancient Orthodox and Catholic churches? Central Asia has always been famous for its multinationality and diversity of religions. So, you definitely will not be bored if you want to visit religious places.
Ecotourism's trends and sustainable tourism's development. More people are traveling now than ever before. Given the rise of visitor arrivals and increased trips to natural areas, including ecological sensitive ones as well as places where local culture is a highlight. Uphold ecotourism's principle has become important so as to minimize negative impact on people and environment. Gaia Discovery publisher Malika Naguran speaks to three industry experts for their views on ecotourism trends, developments, and the industry movements toward sustainability.
Difference with those of other continents. Searching for the ecotourism difference, such people are looking for experimental travel and authentic connection with local people and nature. Said Itesh Mehta, president of HMDC, and pioneer in the field of authentic ecotourism with considerable experience in Asia Pacific. Ecotourism has a defined big global ecotourism network is responsible travel to natural areas that conserve their environment socially and economically, sustain the well-being of the local people, and create knowledge and understanding throughout interpretation and education of all involved. Such diverse activities, according to Mehta, include natural and cultural immersion, and with popular ecotourism activities such as bird watching, snorkeling, homestays, local foods, and interpretive guiding. Tourists are also becoming more aware of responsible tourist practice. Mehta believes that such visitors intentionally book up with organizations that are committed to sustainable tourism, leadership in local community development, empowerment, and cultural heritage.
The importance of tourism to development and social progress cannot be downplayed. The tourism industry in 2016, according to WTTC, contributed to 10% of the world GDP. In 2015, international tourism was worth $1.5 trillion in exports. 1 in 11 jobs is tourism related. Sustainability, in fact, concerns all segments of tourism and hospitality players, and not just ecotourism. This has largely to do with the United Nations declaring 2017 as the United International Years of Sustainable Tourism for Development, said Tatania, adding that since then the industry has become more sensitive on using the word sustainable tourism.
Ecotourism trends beyond 2020. As long as the industry is able to continue to push and innovate ways to educate the traveler, I think the consumer will likewise continue to demand sustainability in their travels. I don't think they will pay for it, but I think they will come to expect it more and more. Those who do not comply will fall behind. Meta believes that nature-based tourism will still be in demand in the next few decades, considering that urban populations are going to grow exponentially in Asia over the next 30 years. The need to travel to natural areas for rest and relaxation is inevitable. I have no doubts that ecotourism will indeed continue to set the trends in the tourism industry.
Ecotourism movement on the rise. Several societies that uphold ecotourism's values and principles have been formed around the world. One such recent grouping is the Asia Ecotourism Network, AEN, based in Asia and Pacific, which was formed by the former board members of the International Ecotourism Society. The Asian Ecotourism Network was established by like-minded ecotourism players from 70 countries and regions. This is expected to grow to a 19 countries and region network by May 2017 that will promote the following: cross-learning, sharing experience, setting collective goals and missions to enhance sustainability for the benefit of the industry and governments. Another ecotourism grouping of which Meta is a founding board member is Global Ecotourism Network, or GEN. GEN's mission is to bring together the world's national and regional ecotourism associations and network destination indigenous people, global operators, professionals, and academicians to grow the industry, provide advocacy and thought leadership, and to encourage innovation and the authenticity in the ecotourism.
Conclusion. In the essay presented above, it can be seen how the Asian continent has been growing in terms of tourism and its diversity, as they took advantage of all their natural and man-made resources in order to increase the visit of tourists from all over the world to the Asian continent. Likewise, I was note the number of types of tourism offered by ASEAN and the difference in activities and tourism with other countries and with other continents. This being of vital importance because it is what allows the country of the Asian continent. Finally, the importance of tourism activity for the economic growth of countries and the continent was noted.